Welcome to part 2 of our series on why estrangement is quietly becoming an epidemic. Today, we're going to talk about therapy language and social media and how they're fueling this dynamic in ways that nobody's really talking about. This might make some people uncomfortable, but it's true. Therapy language has helped a lot of people. Words like boundaries, triggers, gaslighting, narcissist, safe spaces, nervous system. These are vital tools that have helped so many of us put words to pain we couldn't even name before. I know personally, I spent most of my life not knowing how to explain my own pain. Therapy can truly be life-saving, and it has been for many people, including myself. But lately, it feels like the digital world has taken these tools and words out of context. Suddenly, every disagreement is harmful or abusive. Every uncomfortable conversation is unsafe, and every pushback is gaslighting, and every person who doesn't agree gets labeled as toxic. Here is the hard part to look at for all of us. Sometimes we use healing as a way to avoid the messy, imperfect work of being human. We say we're protecting our peace because it sounds better than saying, I'm not ready to hear your perspective, or even, I don't want to hear your perspective. We call it a boundary because it's easier than having the hard, honest conversation. Social media and our circle of friends and acquaintances, heck, even people in general, often reward the most dramatic version of our stories. People cheer for the glow up of cutting off other people. For example, saying, you're so brave, good job. Or, I can see how it needed to be done. But it doesn't always show the lonely reality of a bridge that doesn't get the chance to be rebuilt. We've ended up in a place where one person is trying to speak from the heart, messy and flawed, and the other is speaking in therapy captions. And many times it seems like if the apology isn't phrased perfectly, or if it includes an explanation, it seems we're now taught to see it as invalidation or insincerity, rather than a human just trying to connect. Healing was meant to be a bridge, not a wall. It is really worth asking ourselves, are we using these words and doing these things to actually get better? Or is it just to feel right? Because if our healing doesn't leave room for nuance, if it doesn't leave room for the possibility that people can grow, and that change and growth are messy and include slip-ups, if there's not room for that, then it might just be a new polished way of staying stuck. Both sides need to look at that. Next time, we'll talk about what happens when parents try to apologize and why nothing ever seems to be enough for either side. That's all for now. Until next time, blessed be.